Winston and Strawn. My name is Mark McCurdy, and in this video we're going to tell you why the upcoming trial program shouldn't scare you at all. Curious? Then you better watch the rest of this video. Let's take advantage of Maryland's beautiful Atlantic seashore and the attractions of Ocean City, Maryland to talk about the program and how it is that you're going to prepare. And along the way, I'll answer any early questions that pop. Oh my goodness, I was going to say any early questions that pop up, but sure enough, I got one right now. I felt the buzz of the text. And it's from Mary. And it says, Mark, I just read the case file quickly and I noticed the expert reports that are in there. Are we supposed to prepare and present expert testimony at trial? Well, that's a good question, Mary. We tried to highlight it in the program schedule, but it's worth reviewing right now, which is that you don't have to prepare to present expert testimony. The trials will be on liability only, and the expert portions of the file will not be used. So it's a good question, and it's an important question because it also reminds us that this whole program will focus on our third-day trials. To think about it another way, view the entire program agenda as a bit like a roller coaster. Sure, we'll have our moments of hard work, but it'll be driving downhill to make sure that our Saturday trials are easy. The first day features an extended brainstorming session. You'll work in a faculty coach group of other plaintiffs or defense lawyers to discuss themes, theories, and direct and cross-examination constructions. These brainstorming sessions are great. They really help put you on target for our second day's work. So come to the brainstorming sessions prepared to contribute and help us prove a theory, which is that all of us together are smarter than any one of us. Our second day is going to be a little bit rougher, and you have to decide to just plunge right in. But you can think about it as a rehearsal day for the trials. And in fact, it's also a player's choice day in 2 out of the 3 workshops. In the first workshop, you'll get to decide whether you want to give an opening or a closing, whichever one works best for you and for your team. Our final performance session that day is also player's choice. You get to decide between a direct or a cross-examination, whatever it is that you want to be ready to perform at trial. Now, I don't want you to be sweating these final performances. They're going to be short. In fact, they'll go really quick, much like sand through an hourglass. So you won't have to prepare a whole lot for those. So that's how that day is going to look, and it'll all end up with some time for you to prepare for the Saturday trials. Let's talk now about our witnesses. They'll be with us on Friday and Saturday. They're professional actors, they're well rehearsed, and they're really good. You might be thinking during your cross-examinations that you're going to be grilling them. Well, the reality is you're going to have to work hard to get what you want. At the end of Friday, we'll spend as much time as you want talking about Saturday's trial. We'll answer every and any question you might have about the trials and make sure you're completely comfortable with the process that we'll be going through on Saturday. So that'll give you an opportunity to ask all those. Wait a minute, getting the jingle here. Yep, got a question about the trial. It's from Eric, and it says, will there be verdicts after the trial on Saturday? Good question, Eric, but no. There are not going to be verdicts. We will discuss your performance during the trial, and you get some great comments from our wonderful Winston and Strawn faculty, but no verdicts. That doesn't mean you can't argue about the verdict or what it would have been over the great group dinner that Paula has arranged to end our program on Saturday night. Let's start to wrap things up by talking about how you can get ready for the program so that you too can win a trophy, although not this one, it's not mine. The first thing you want to do to get ready for the program is to review the program agenda. It's filled with information. It also shows you how, before we ask you to do anything, we'll have a group lecture or discussion highlighting the involved skills. Second, review the case file and review it carefully. Use the statement of the other side's witnesses, for example, to figure out points that you can pull out in your cross-examination of those witnesses. Learn your witness statements and the documents so you can think about your story and why you should win the case. Third, and finally, rough out your direct examinations, your cross examinations, and that opening or closing. Those rough notes will really help you as you go through the program. Remember, they don't have to be perfect. Day one, we're going to have a group brainstorming session. And in those sessions, we're going to get some insights that will help us finalize the directs, the crosses, the openings, and the closings. So you see, it really does all come together. Day one, we brainstorm it. Day two, we perform it. Day three, we just do the trial. So in a way, day two is just a rehearsal for those trials. So follow these steps and come to Chicago ready to learn and have a good time. You'll make new friends, renew acquaintances with old friends, and get some wonderful interaction with those great Winston partners. So that's all I got for you. My name's Mark McCurdy. This is beautiful Ocean City, Maryland. I look forward to seeing you in Chicago.
They left, now he's moving.
If I pivot just a little bit more
Get your Honda.
this way, that's not a consideration.
That's not a pen. He's just handing me all the things in his pocket.